Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's DMC, the undefeated, undisputed Pokemon champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels, and we're here with another edition of everybody's favorite Sunday night tradition. That's right, it's Showdown Sundays, and tonight I am bringing something a little bit different, something I haven't done quite yet. I said that I was going to do this eventually, so here we are. It's the Little Cup. I'm going to be messing with the Little Cup tier a little bit. I'm not very experienced in this tier. I kind of was just making, your basic Steel, Fairy, Dragon Core, and then kind of adding stuff accordingly. I got me a Rapid Spinner. I got me a nice little Sweeper. And then I got some more hazards. So I've actually two guys that are going to be setting up some hazards. And if they don't have a Rapid Spinner, they're in for a rough time. And even if they do, that's okay too. Now, I've only played 2 matches with this team before I've started this video, so it's not necessarily well-tuned. However, I'm pretty confident that we're going to do pretty okay. So as usual, we're going to do at least 3 matches. We'll see how quick they are, and it may turn into 5 matches. So at least 3, the maximum of 5 matches as usual. That's usually the Showdown Sunday way. So let's talk about this team a little bit. So like I said, this is a Fairy Steel Dragon core here. Pretty basic core for resistances. Ferroseed obviously is a support. He's going to be setting up hazards, but also he can lay down some damage with the Bullet Seed. He's got Knockoff to take away items, Thunder Wave to slow things down, which is going to help Cubone tremendously, because Cubone's biggest weakness, same with Marowak on my previous teams, which is why I wanted to use Cubone to begin with. I like Cubone. I like Boomerang with Thick Club. It's so good. Is the fact that Cubone is a little slow. So with Thunder Wave as well as Sticky Web, if I can get those out there, Cubone has a pretty easy time getting in there and doing some work. And with some good type coverage, he does the work. Now, Ferroseed, obviously with the Eviolite, same with the Spritzee, makes them very tanky. They can take a lot of hits here. Obviously, Fire is the death of me here for Ferroseed as well as Spinarak. But with Spritzee, Tyrunt, and Staryu, I have quite a bit of resistances for Fire. So Ferroseed's fairly safe. Even when against a team, one of the 2 battles I did today had 2 fire Pokemon, and I did just fine. In fact, I went 5-0 against them. 5 Pokemon were still up. Whenever they would switch to a fire, so I would just switch to one of these guys, and it would be okay. So Spritzee, the fairy portion of this core right here is pretty cool. This is another support type Pokemon. However, it can also sweep with the potential of Calm Mind and Moonblast. Complete resistance to Dragon, which I don't have a severe problem with, obviously, with the exception of Tyrunt. However, it is nice to have there. Some great resistances. I also have Wish, so I can heal things back up. Protect, I can check moves. Or if I need to heal myself, I can Wish to Protect. Calm Mind, obviously, I can set up a sweep and make them even tankier against their special offensive units. And then Moonblast, obviously my stab move here, as well as super effective against dragons and dark types and fighting Pokemon, which you'll see quite a bit of. So, Tyrunt, the dragon portion of my core here, he's a sweeper. He's got Dragon Dance. He's got Outrage, Stone Edge, which, it misses like 80% of the time, as it feels anyways. I almost went Rock Slide instead. But we're going to go Stone Edge with the extra bit of damage here. It's also a stab move because I'm a Rock Dragon type. And then Earthquake, we could get rid of those pesky electric Pokemon with him or with Cubone to kind of protect Staryu here. Because Staryu is actually more bulky as well. And he's my Rapid Spinner. So he can take some hits. He's also got Recover, Psychic for some type coverage, and Scald for the stab as well as the potential to burn, which is going to be very useful. And again, Cubone, great Pokemon here. Another knockoff, I can get rid of items like those Eviolites, because those Eviolites can stop me from sweeping. And not necessarily just sweep, but taking out some bulky, tanky Pokemon. Knockoff's going to help there. We got Boomerang, of course, Thunder Punch, and Fire Punch for type coverage. If I go get another Ferroseed, Fire Punch will take care of it. Lickety Split, not an issue. And then Spinarak again, he's mostly just a hazard setup. He's got Sticky Web and Toxic Spikes. If I can get both up, great. Usually I go for the Sticky Web over the Toxic Spikes just for the Cubone setup. We also have Poison Jab and Mega War, both great stat moves. He's got some great defensive stats, but he is kind of weak. But he's mostly utility here. Similar to my Leviani in a former team that I had with my Marowak. He's mostly just here to set up the Sticky Webs, but he can knock out some stuff if we need him to. Anyways, guys, that's the team for the Little Cup here. Let me know what you think. Any suggestions, of course, in the comments below. But let's get into our first match here. So we're going to go ahead and set some matches up here. Like I said, at least 3, potentially 5. We'll see how fast they go. So I've seen, okay, so he could possibly start with Porygon here, or Lickitung. Lickitung is very bulky. I'm going to assume maybe the Porygon, and Porygon is an issue for a lot of my team here with Tri-Attack, Ice Beam. I think he has Psychic as well. I think the best Pokemon I could set up here is Spritzee if he does go with the Porygon. So we're going to go Spritzee and we'll hit that start timer there. Go ahead and get the ball rolling here as well. So Mienfoo is a fighting type, so I'm not even really worried about Mienfoo really. I don't know if Mienfoos usually run like a substitute if they can. I'm assuming they probably can. I'm not super worried. He might go for a taunt here, which is a possibility. So I think the best thing I could do here actually is to protect. Now I'm going to go for Calm Mind. Screw it. If he taunts, he taunts. He fakes out. That's fine. He's got Life Orb, so he's a Life Orb variant. That's good information to know. I'm still going to go for the he could have Poison Jab. I'm going to go for Wish. We're going to see what he does. He may swap out, which is fine if he does. Because I could take the Wish and Protect and be back at 100% regardless of what he brings out. A lot of his team's going to have issues with Spritzee. Mienfoo is probably his best bet, with the exception of maybe Lickitung. So we'll see what happens here. He could have Poison Jab. I'm not super worried about that. It's not going to take me out in one hit. And we do know he's Life Orb. So he goes for the U-turn, so he's going to swap out. I'm curious to know who he's going to swap into, because Houndour is not going to want to go against me. Abra, I don't think is going to be great against me. Porygon isn't terrible. So let's see here. Porygon. Usually he's pretty defensive here. Tri-Attack does about 50%. I'm going to go for Calm Mind. He's going to go for the Thunder Wave, actually, which is going to slow me down, which is very annoying. But that's fine. We're going to go for Calm Mind. See what he does. He could go for Tri-Attack, like I said, and hit me for about 50%. But with Thunder Wave, I feel like he's probably a little bit more bulkier. Goes for the Tri-Attack, does 20%. So yeah, he's a little bit bulkier. I get one Calm Mind off. I'm going to go ahead for a Wish here. He's going to switch to Lickitung now. I get my Wish off. Lickitung. He's usually a Wish support variant, so Body Slam is going to do about 20%. He can also go for Knockoff to get rid of my Eviolite, which would be kind of annoying. I'm simply going to go for Calm Mind again. So there it is. I'm actually faster even with Paralyzation. That's a little weird. I'm actually resistant to his Dragon Tail. I don't know what he was going for there. Maybe he predicted the switch out. So I'm just going to go for Calm Mind again. I can simply just keep doing that. He's go for Dragon Tail again. Not sure what he's doing. Does he think I was going to switch again? Like, I'm not going to switch. So he goes for Return, does about 26%. I get another Calm Mind off. I'm going to go ahead and go for Wish again. I might get paired, and I do. I'm going to go for it again, and it should be fine unless he gets a crit. Doesn't get the crit. I get my Wish off. I'm going for Protect. Hopefully I don't get paired. Gets the protection off. Perfect. Goes for the Return. And I'm going to go ahead and heal off most of that damage there. I'm going to go for Wish again. And then I'm probably going to go for a Moonblast and see where I stand. So I've powered up 3 times. Actually, it's only going to do about 50% with just the +3 here. So I'm probably going to have to Calm Mind some more. With the Paralyzation, it kind of puts me at gives me some issues here. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. Because he could have Wish. I don't think he could have Recover. I was thinking of Porygon. So the Wish does go off. I'm going to go for the Moonblast. I'm going to see what he does. He could also be a Rest Sleep Talker as well. Alright. I'm going to go for Moonblast. Goes for the Fake Out. That's fine. Maybe I should go for another Wish. I'm going to go for Moonblast. Should take him out in one hit. It's super effective, and I got +3. Goes for the Knockoff to get rid of my Eviolite. That's rather annoying, but that's fine. We're going to get rid of the Mienfoo here. So he forfeits. So that's game 1 to us here. Well, good game, Martin. Sorry for the Spritzee there. So we're 1-0 so far. All right, so we're match number 2 here. could start off with the Ghastly, or he's probably gonna start the Drillbur actually, set up some hazards here. So my best bet is actually Staryu. So I'm gonna start with Staryu here, see what he does. So there's the Drillbur as expected. I'm gonna go for Scald. I'm not even worried about it. So he's gonna switch out to Chinchou. Water. Oh no, it does not have Water Absorb. So that's huge. That's huge to know. He's probably going to go for an electric move unless he predicts the switch into Cubone. Either way, I think maybe Ferroseed might be the better option here. Let me do some calculations here. Ferroseed. Let's see. He could be Scarfed. Could be Scarfed. Yeah, I'm just going to switch into Ferroseed. And if he stays in, I go for the Bullet Seed. I go for the Bullet Seed. So he's actually going to go for Volt Switch. Just fine. I should have went into Cubone, but it was just too risky. Just too risky. So here comes the Skorupi, actually, which is kind of an interesting choice. Why Skorupi? Why Skorupi? Is he gonna go for knockoff? If he goes for knockoff, that's pretty troubling. But who can I risk? Who am I willing to get? You know what? I'm just gonna go for Thunder Wave. I'm gonna go for Thunder Wave. He's actually gonna taunt me. Alright, fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and go for knockoff of my own. So he goes for knockoff. I too will go for knockoff. Okay. And at this point, I gotta switch. He may go for knockoff again. He might go for Poison Jab. He might go for Toxic Spikes. Who is my best choice here? I can go into Cubone. Could go into Cubone here. Go into Spinarak. I'm gonna go into Spinarak. We're gonna see what he does. We're gonna go to Spinarak. So there's a Toxic Spikes. I'm actually gonna set up a Sticky Web and see what he does. I think so. He's gonna go for Taunt. That's so annoying. All right. I should have seen that coming though. That was short sight on my part. I could go for Mega Horn and do just a little bit of damage. See what he does. So that was a bad choice on my part. I didn't mean to turn the battle timer off, but that's alright. So he's gonna resist it, but it does a decent amount of damage. I'm gonna go for it again, actually. Okay, I didn't mean to turn off the timer there. Goes for knockoff. That's fine. Mega Horn. He's knocked out. So I'm not gonna get my sticky webs off, which is very unfortunate for me. The good news is with Staryu, I can rapid spin even when I get toxic, then switch out and simply get rid of the poison there. So we're gonna go switch into Staryu here, and he's gonna go for acrobatics, which is a good play on his part actually. I'm actually gonna go for. He's probably just gonna switch out, right? I'm gonna go for rapid spin. Bad play on my part, it looks like, but goes for U-turn. All right, let's see what it throws out. Poison shouldn't knock me out. I should be able to live. But we got rid of the toxic spike, which is important. So here comes the Magnemite. We live with 1 HP. Now, with the Magnemite, he could obviously go for an electric attack, but does not have to. He does not have to because I have 1 HP left. He probably has Sturdy, he probably has Berry Juice. Could go for Flash Cannon. Could go for a Volt Switch. Let's see. I don't want to take Flash Cannon at all with Cubone, and I don't want to take it just about anybody. Ferroseed can definitely take it, so we're going to go to Ferroseed here. We're going to get rid of the poison. Goes for Thunderbolt, actually, which is interesting. Very interesting. I'm actually going to go for Knockoff. We're going to get rid of this guy's Berry Juice, because that's what... Oh, no, he's going to Volt Switch. We're going to get rid of whatever item he switches into here. So he switches into Gas, so this is going to do a tremendous amount. In fact, it knocks him out completely, which is great for me. In the back of my mind, I knew that was a possibility that he could go into Ghastly. So now we got Drillbur. He might go for a Hazard, or he may just try to knock us out. Give me a second here. I know that I could Bullet Seed, potentially. He could just go for Earthquake and knock us out. Or he could predict the switch. I don't really have anything that can switch into Earthquake, really. FDB, I don't know what that means, but alright. Go. Dude, calm down. Like, don't try to rush me, man. Rock Tome, okay. I went. I only get 2 hits off. So he's gonna go for Rock. I don't think he's gonna go for Rock Tome again. I really doubt that. I'm not gonna live this next attack, I don't think. I'm just gonna go for it again. Goes for Earthquake, knocks us out. She just went for Earthquake to begin with. I don't know what he was waiting for there, honestly. With Staryu, he's not Scarfed. He's not Scarfed. And Drill Burst speed is 17. I can actually switch into Staryu here and go for a cover. I can probably heal back up. And this guy's cursing at me. Chill out, man. It's just a game, dude. Here comes the Magnemite. So at this point, I do think he's going to go for Thunderbolt, so I'm just going to switch into Cubone here. He could switch. He could easily switch into a Fletchling here. He could go for Flash Cannon though as well. I'm going to go for a knockoff. So he goes for the Flash Cannon. I want to get the knockoff, get rid of his Berry Juice, which is huge. So Flash Cannon. I don't want to get rid of Cubone here. I really don't. Cubone's so slow as it is. Let me see here. Let me think. I'm trying to think. Do I want to get rid of Cubone? Dude, I got 120 seconds. I'll use every bit of it if he keeps talking. Like, calm down, man. It's just it's a game. I'm trying to calculate in my mind here what I want to do. Will Flash Cannon do a lot of damage to Staryu? Probably. In fact, I don't want to switch to Staryu. It's a terrible play. Do I get rid of the Spinarak over him? Is the question. Yeah, we're gonna trade the Spinarak out. So we're gonna switch into Spinarak. He's gonna Flash Cannon and knock us out, and that's fine. I'm thinking no, because the Flash Cannon's gonna do quite a bit to Spritzee here, I think. So let's see, Spritzee. Flash Cannon does 66%, so I can live a hit. I can't really do well. I should be faster with Staryu actually, so I could probably safely switch into Staryu. Now the question is, Psychic will do, Scald will still do quite a bit of damage. So we're gonna do Scald and we're gonna knock him out. So now we have to worry about Fletchling, Chinchou. So he's probably gonna bring out Chinchou, which means I'm gonna have to switch again. I'm going to switch into Cubone, predicting the electric, so Volt Switch. However, here's an issue here. Pretty sure Chinchou's faster than me. Pretty sure. Now, he could be Scarfed, which means he's stuck in a Volt Switch, which means he's going to have to switch. I could go for the knockoff, predicting the switch. I'm going to go, yep, so he is Scarfed, confirmed. And we're going to get the knockoff, and we're going to knock out the Fletchling. So that's huge. He could switch in a Drillbur. So here's the Chinchou again. Could go for a water move, but if he does, he's locked into it. If he goes for an electric move, predicting the switch. I'm actually going to go into Spritzee here and see what he does. Goes for the Skull. And I'm burned. Are you kidding me? Come on. Alright, I could go for Wisher here. Calm Mind here. Let's see. Spritzee. Moonblast does about 50 to 60%, so I'm just going to go for Moonblast. Switches into Drillbur. Goes for the Earthquake. We're going to knock him out with the Moonblast. And we're actually going to take the burn damage here. Which means Chinchou is going to be locked into a move. So he's going to have to make a decision here. If he goes to the electric move, he's screwed. because Cubone could just stay in. So simply, I'm gonna go for Wish. I didn't think I was gonna be faster, but if so, I was gonna. So he's going for Ice actually. Should be fine against Ice Beam with Staryu, especially with Recover and he's bulkier. So this should be an easy win for me. Ice Beam, yeah. Psychic, we're gonna outdamage him completely, and he forfeits. So good game. He was so angry, man, wanted me to go first. So that was game 2. All right, so let's go ahead and do the third game here. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time for 5 games here. We'll see. It depends on how quick this one is. That guy was angry though, wasn't he? Just because I was taking time. Sorry, man. Like this, I'm sitting here thinking about what I want to do. That's why I won, right? You know, I actually thought about what I was doing. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not that mean. Let's see. So Pharaoh Seed. I could start with Cubone again. Predicting the Pharaoh Seed and go for Fire Punch. It actually starts with Ghastly, which honestly is fine. I'm gonna go for knockoff. I don't know what he's gonna go for. He could go for Confuse Ray, can set something up. I'm actually gonna go for knockoff here. Let's see, Ghastly. Could be Life Orb, could be Scarfed. Um, hasn't gone yet. Cubone. I mean, he could go for Shadow Ball. And then he went for Giga Drain, actually. I didn't expect that. Alright. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. I'm actually going to go for Fair enough O-Seed. Oh, Pharaoh Seed. I'm actually going to go for Knockoff again. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. I should have just switched to the Pharaoh Seed to begin with. It was a poor play on my part. It's fine, though. It happens. Alright, so Scraggy's going to lose his Eviolite. So Scraggy is an interesting choice. Could have Dragon Dance. Could have Dragon Dance. Let's see. Could high jump kick us and have high potential of knocking us out. He's got to get a high roll though. I can go for Bull Seed do about 40%. However, I run the risk if I switch out. I have to go Thunder Wave, I think. I have to go Thunder Wave. He has Intimidate. So he's going for Dragon Dance. So I'm going to go for Thunder Wave. The reason I have to go Thunder Wave is because I got to try and slow down his offense here. I'm actually going to go for Stealth Rocks. I'm going to hope that he gets parried or goes for the Dragon Dance. If he goes for Drain Punch, pretty much does a ton of damage to us. Going to heal up and take some Iron Bar damage. Alright, so we're in a bit of a pickle. I could go into Spinnerack, which is what I'm going to do actually. Drain Punch, I resist it. He's going to heal up a little bit. I could go for a Mega Horn. I'm going to go for Mega Horn. I think my priority is to take him out versus put up another hazard. So we're going to go for Mega Horn. I don't know if he'll knock it out. I didn't calculate, but I think it will. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that now while he takes his time. Spinnerack. Mega Horn does about 45 to 50%, 59% or so. So we're going to go and do Mega Horn. We should be able to live any of his attacks, unless he says something that I'm not expecting. The fact that he went for a Drain Punch, though, could have high Jump Kick, could have Knockoff, which would knock us out, but I have a chance for Para. With Cubone knocked out, Spinnerack becomes less useful tremendously, so it does knock off and he gets us. So we're actually going to be able to knock him out, though, which is good. We need to be able to knock him out. So I could make a really bold play and go Tyrant and try to Dragon Dance over Perez. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm actually going to go to Staryu and I'm going to hit Scold. And then we'll see what he does from there. He could have Water Absorb with Cacnea. I think Cacnea can have Water Absorb just like Cacturn, I would assume. Although some he changes with Evolution. I'm pretty sure he has Water Absorb. Which is fine. I mean, I'll take it. If that's what I have to do here. So we're in a bit of a disadvantage. But that's okay. It's not over yet. I have a couple of sweepers up my sleeve. I can set them up somehow. We're sitting good. Pharaoh Seed's really low. But I still have Spritzee. I could potentially wish and get my Pharaoh Seed back up to like 60%. I have to do some good predictions for that to work, though. He has a Pharaoh Seed of his own, and I don't have Cubone anymore. So that's going to be very problematic. He's thinking about what to do here. Right now, I'm not in a good position, but I can still win. I know that I still can. We're 2-0 so far. I would like to go 3-0. The way this is taking, though, it does not look like I'll be able to do 5 matches. Video would be too long, so we're probably going to stick with 3. Alright, I'm going to let him take his time here. Do some calculations here while he takes time here. He's still taking his time. All right, man. Like, come on, let's go. I mean, he might time out. If he does time out, I'll do a cut, and then I'll bring it back right before. Which that sucks if he did, because he was in a very good position here. He very well could have won. Got 40 seconds left. Wonder what if he is debating. Okay, so he's still here. That's good. I don't wonder what he was debating about. If it was worth switching the Scraggy out, probably. That's probably what he was thinking. He could switch into Cacnea, which Staryu has nothing for Cacnea, so I have to. It forces my hand to switch. I could probably switch into Spritzy at that point, and try to set up some Calm Minds or set up a Wish for Ferroseed and then predict a switch out. It's going to be tough to get that Wish on the Ferroseed. I think Ferroseed's probably gone. It's probably going to be sacrificed for a switch that I'll have to do at some point. But if I'm him, my play is to play Cacnea. Maybe Froakie, depending on his moveset. I don't think Ghastly's the play I would do. Mantike would be risky because I could be running Thunderbolt. He doesn't know what I'm running yet besides Scold. Probably knows I could be even Banded or Scarfed or whatever. Or Banded. Any of the choice items. He doesn't know yet. So yeah, I would either go Ferroseed or Cacnea, and I think Cacnea is even the better play. Unless he's worried about me having like Hidden Power Fire or something. I don't know. I don't know what exactly. He might just be calculating, which is fine. I don't know if I say Cacnea is the play. If I'm him or Ferroseed. Because Ferroseed could set up some rocks, could set up some stuff like that. I could potentially burn the Ferroseed, which is what I'll aim for. I probably won't switch out into the Ferroseed. I don't think I have a reason to, with maybe the exception of going to Tyrant. But if he's like my Ferroseed, he'll have Thunder Wave, and I don't want to get Tyrant paralyzed if I'm going to set him up. So, yeah, 20 seconds left. Hopefully he comes back. I hate to win like this. If he does disconnect and doesn't return, we'll do 5 matches. I can't end a video winning by a timeout like that. That's a bummer, man. Sorry about your connection issues there, buddy. Good game. You were in a very good position to win. I still had a good chance though, but he was in the driver's seat there, so he was in a good position. So here we go. So game number 4. So we're 3-0. So we are gonna do 5 games. He can start off with Spinnerack and try to set up a Sticky Whip. He can start off Drillbur. Chances are he will start with Drillbur. I'm actually gonna start with Staryu. I actually starts with the Spinnerack. So let's see here. I could go for Psychic. Psychic will do a good amount of damage, I do believe. In fact, it has a chance of knocking him out. He could go for Mega Horn and do a decent amount of damage. He could go for Protect the Check. I'm going to go for Psychic. So he's actually going to set up Sticky Web. Now he could switch. I could go for Rapid Spin. I'm actually just going to knock him out. So we're going to knock him out and see what he brings out. He could bring out Snivy. I really want to Rapid Spin this with my Staryu. So hopefully it's not the case. So Goomy, interesting choice. I haven't seen Goomy in this set just yet. He could go for a Draco Meter. He could go for a Sludge Wave. Looks like they normally go Rest, Sleep Talk variant. I could take a Draco Meter just fine. I'm actually just going to go for the Rapid Spin. I'm going to get rid of the Web. That's fine. I'm going to reduce my speed because I'm going to switch out. Goes for the Absorb. So I'm actually just going to switch into Ferroseed. I should be just fine against Goomy. So he's going to go for Dragon Pulse. I resist it. I'm actually going to go ahead and set up Stealth Rocks. I think he's going to switch out. He actually stays in. Bold strategy. I'm actually just going to go for Thunder Wave next. I want to be able to get all my good stuff off. Thunder Wave, and then quite frankly, I'm just gonna knock off. I mean, I'm already slow as hell. You can get rid of all the speed you want. So Eviolite's gone. He's gonna get paired. I'm just gonna go for knockoff again. We have a good chance of knocking him out. Then again, he is probably Sleep Talk variant, so we'll see. We're probably about to find out here. I could go for Bullet Seed, although knockoff, I think it just does more damage. He's paired. This has a chance to knock him out. It does have a chance of knocking him out. So we'll see what happens here. So the para goes through. We get the knockoff and we knock him out. So we're going to take some speed reductions here on Feral Seed, but we got rid of the Goomy. We're sitting very pretty right now. So right now we're 6-4. Here comes the Darumaka. That's how you pronounce it. He's going to go for a fire move, chances are. So I think I can safely switch into Staryu. I'm going to take a quick look at what people normally run on him, though, just real quick. Usually Choice Banded. He could go for a U-turn predicting the switch, because a U-turn, it won't knock me out, but it would do some damage. I'm going to go, I think Staryu's a fine choice to switch, and I don't think he's going to be able to do anything to really knock us out. He could go for Superpower, which would be an interesting choice. I could go into Spritzy. And I should be fine as well. Is that the safer? If he goes for Flare Blitz, though, I'm going into Staryu. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to see what he does. So he goes for the Flare Blitz, so I made the right call there, but he's going to get the burn off. That's fine. With the burn, I think my Scald would still knock it out. Let me just check. Let's see. Yeah, Scald's perfectly fine. Should do at least 80%. So I'm just going to go for the Scald. He's actually going to swap out 2 Snivy. I should have went for the Recover, and I thought about it. Maybe I'll get the burn off. I don't. Snivy. I'm going to switch to Feral Seed. We're going to heal the burn off, and he's going to go for Leaf Storm. So now it's going to have to. Oh, I was going to say he's got the switch, but I forgot he has the ability that blah 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 blah. I'm going to go for Thunder Wave. Goes for knockoff. That sucks for us, but we're actually just going to go ahead and Thunder Wave him. And I'm going to go for knockoff on my own. I'm just going to go ahead and, if he can, give him the Feral Seed, if he can attack, and he does. So we're going to be able to take out the Snivy, though. In fact, with Snivy being paralyzed, and I can resist his attacks here, I can actually set up a Sticky Web. I can set up Toxic Spikes. We can set everything up here. I say it was definitely worth it in the long run here. I can switch into anybody at this point, and it'll be fine. I'm just going to go for Moonblast, knock him out. So we got all these hazards up. Now Drillbur could Rapid Spin, which he probably will. Let's see. Spritzy. I could go Moonblast. It's not going to knock him out, but it'll do some damage to him. I'm actually just going to go for Calm Mind. I'm just going to go. He actually went for Metal Claw. Wow. Well then. He's actually still faster than me, even with the web. So he might be scarfed, which works out for me just fine. So we're actually going to keep all our hazards up, which is huge. I'm actually. Oh, so we got his berry juice, or his orange berry. I'm going to go for Protect and kind of scout out what he's going for here. Goes for the Zen Headbutt. Which I think well, can I live a Zen Headbutt at this point? Can I live a Zen Headbutt at this point? It's going to do about 25 to 33%. I can potentially. I'm going to wish. I'm just going to risk it. Screw it. Goes for the Zen Headbutt. I live with 1% HP. Talk about the luck. I'm going to go for Protect. See what he does here. Goes for the Toxic. I get the Wish off. And quite frankly, I can just do that. So I'm just going to keep doing that here. Wish. Goes for the Toxic. That's fine. And then I'm just going to go for Moonblast. He's going to resist it. That's fine. Goes for the Zed Headbutt. Toxic might take him out. And it does take him out. So now it's just Amora here. We're going to get all those debuffs on him. We're going to go for Wish. He's going to go for Hyper Voice. We're going to take some damage from the Toxic here. That's fine. I'm going to go for Moonblast. We're going to do a little bit of damage. We're going to get the Hyper Voice on us. That's fine. And at this point, I can pretty much just go anything and win here. So let's do it with Cubone. Let's go for Boomerang. I should be quicker than him. And we are. And that's good game. So that's 4-0 so far. Wow. Doing really good. So let's go ahead and go to the last and final match here. So we could potentially end at 5-0 here, which is very good actually. So let's see, who could he could start off with Dwebble, which is a possibility. Porygon as well. I think I'm gonna start Ferroseed. So it starts Dwebble. Take a look here. Let me gander. So he's probably, they usually are, hazards based. So quite frankly, we could just switch hazards here. I could go for Thunder Wave. I'm actually gonna go for Thunder Wave. So Thunder Wave it is. I'm gonna set up my own Stealth Rocks. And if he stays in, because he's probably gonna put up spikes, which is potential. And he does. I use for Stealth Rocks again. That was probably a misclick, I would assume. I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer whenever possible. So I get rid of his Berry Juice, which is huge. Goes in and goes for spikes here. I'm actually just gonna switch into Staryu. I don't think he has anything for Staryu. They usually run Rock Spikes. I'm just gonna go ahead and go Rapid Spin and get rid of all these hazards here. Maybe a little early for that, but that's fine. Goes for Knockoff. Gets rid of my Eviolite. So let's see here. Now Scald's gonna knock him out. I could go for Recover, hope for the para, and then knock him out, which is what we're gonna do. So there's the Recover. He goes for Knockoff again. I'm just gonna Recover again. So he could try to put hazards back up again, and that's fine. But the para should hit him at least once here. So gets another. Okay, this is gonna keep going for knockoff. I'm just gonna keep recovering until the para goes off, and then I'm gonna Scald and knock him out. That's my plan. That is my plan here. Come on, para. What do you do? No para today. Gets a crit. Use up a lot of recovers here for no reason. He may switch out just because he's getting agitated from the recovers here. Come on, para. What are you doing? Whenever I'm paralyzed, I get paralyzed like 80 times. Nah, I can't say that. Earlier, I got away with some shenanigans there. So Staryu's going to go ahead and recover up. So Pawniard could be Scarfed, could be Life Orbed. Staryu want to stay in against him. I don't see why not. I'm just going to go ahead for Scald. Although my Eviolite's gone, so Pursue. So he predicted the switch out. I'm going to go for Scald here. He's actually quicker than I am. I'm just going to go for Scald again. So he switches out into Dwebble, and Dwebble's going to get knocked out here. Crit was definitely unnecessary. I could have taken him out at 100% health with that. Pawniard again, so he must be Scarfed. I'm going to assume he's Scarfed. He could go for Knockoff and knock us out. He could go for Pursuit again, predicting the switch. I'm just going to go for Scald. If he takes out Staryu, he takes out Staryu. Goes for Knockoff. It doesn't knock us out, actually. I kind of expected it to do so. But I am bulky. I just, without the Eviolite, I thought it would take us out. So let's see what he does next here. May go for Porygon. He could go for Scraggy. Maybe go for like a Bullet Punch or something, although I don't think it would knock us out. Could go for, I don't know what he's going to do actually. We'll see. We'll see what he does here. I'm in a very good position though. I took out Dwebble and Pawniard. so far. And we got Stealth Rocks up too. So here comes the Scraggy. Let's see. He might just go for Dragon Dance if he's the Dragon Dance variant. I should be faster than him. I should be faster than him. Do I risk the recover? Is the question. Screw it, we're risking it. Goes for Dragon Dance. And that's fine. We're going to go for Scold. Goes for Knockoff and knocks us out, so that's that. Let me think here. I'm going to go to Spritzy here. I'm going to go Moonblast. Goes for Poison Jab. Going to do decent amount of damage here. Moonblast knocks him out. So we get rid of Scraggy here. So right now we're 5-3 here left. Here comes the Fletchling. I'm going to go for Wish. This for Acrobatics gets a crit. The crit may have been needed. I don't know if it would take us out otherwise, to be honest here. I could go into Tyrant. Could go into Tyrant here. Let me just check a few things out here. So Fletchling. He could be itemless since he has Acrobatics. It's a potential here, possibility. Tyrant. Yeah, Tyrant should be perfectly fine against him. So I'm just going to go into Tyrant here. I'm even going to set up a Dragon Dance, at least one. And then probably go for Stone Edge. And hope that it hits. We'll go ahead and hit that start timer. I'm surprised we haven't hit that yet. He may switch out. He might stay in. He's actually going to switch out into Skrelp. Poison Water. He could go for Hydro Bump here. I'm pretty much going to be able to knock him out. Almost guaranteed here. I'm going to go Earthquake, and I have a chance. It's about a 50-50 shot, depending on the roll here. He's at 91%, so it's going to do a lot here, and it knocks him out, so we're good. It was about 90 to 100%, so we were pretty close. Porygon. See, Porygon could go either defensive or offensive. Could go for Ice Beam. I could simply switch into Pharaoh Seed here, which is actually going to be what I do. So he's going to go for Tri Attack. We're going to resist it, and we're actually going to Thunder Wave him. He may switch into Fletchling, which is fine because I want that. Oh, he has Hidden Power Fire. Okay, fair enough, man. That's problematic. Alright, Cubone, I need you to come in big time, buddy. He has potential to knock me out, though, is the problem. I might have to go for knockoff. But this actually he can. He's going to knock me out. I think he's got this, actually. I'm going to go for knockoff to get rid of his item. He's going to go for Tri Attack. He's going to knock us out. But I had to get rid of the Eviolite. I'm going to go Tyrants. I'm going to go Tyrant here. Let's see. We should be faster. Earthquake will not knock him out. Outrage has a chance to knock him out. I have to go for it. I have to go for it. As much as I would love to Stone Edge that Fletchling, I had to go for Outrage. Now we're in a bit of a pickle. If my Outrage cannot knock out Fletchling, Spinarak can live one hit. Poison Jab may be able to knock out Fletchling at that point, so we'll find out. Well, with the Rocks, actually, the Rocks are going to do quite a bit of damage to Fletchling here. With the Outrage, we actually might be able to knock him out with the Outrage here. This might be a 5-0, guys. I did not expect to go 5-0. Okay, so we have to go Outrage again. He's at 53%. Goes for Acrobatics, we resist it. So yeah, that's gonna be game. So good game about Balur. Wow, guys. Well, shoot, man, I did not expect to do that well. So I want to be honest with you guys. After the second game, actually after the first game, actually, you may notice maybe a weird cut going into another game. We had the fire alarm was going off because my stepdad was cooking brats. So you're gonna notice a little cut there. But honestly, I actually won that second game, so I could put that footage up if you want me to, and I could even just like mute the sound if you don't believe me, because I don't want people thinking that I cut just for the matches I win, because I definitely don't do that. I'm honest with you guys. I'm honest with you guys. I could put that up there, but I have to either mute the sound or you guys have to deal with the fire alarm, and I don't necessarily want you guys to do that. I might even put just a little bit of it in just so you guys can believe me there. But so actually ended up going 6-0 overall. Not bad. This is a fun little team here. Little pun intended. I did not expect actually to do that well. Like I said, I did 2 matches before I got into there. One of them was one like he forfeited right away. So I was like, okay, I'll do one more, and if I win, I'll go ahead and keep this team. We'll go forward from there, which is exactly what I did. So, which is exactly what I did. But this team's a lot of fun. If you guys want to try it out, definitely do so. This is, as you can see here, you can see everything you need to know here. The EVs, you can see from there. Nature-wise, I guess I could show you guys that real quick too. So he's careful. Spritzy's bold. Tyrant is jolly. Staryu is timid. Cubone is jolly, and Spinarak is adamant. Um, and again, this Spinarak is really there for support. He's not really there for anything else, really. In fact, he wasn't really much of a factor in this game, with the exception of that one game where I got to set up for like all my hazards. Right, I had Toxic Spikes, I had Sticky Web, and I had Stealth Rocks. I got rid of their spinner, which was a surprise. If I was him, I would have spun all that stuff immediately with the Drill Burst. I went for the Metal Claw. I really didn't expect him to go for Metal Claw. I expected him to just take out all the hazards and then Metal Claw, switch out in the Metal Claw. But I guess that's the risk you run when you run Scarf or any choice items like that. In fact, I don't run any choice items on this team. I don't think I need to. As you can see, I just won 5 in a row, won 6 overall while I was recording. Then I won 2 before this. So realistically, I'm 8-0 if you think of it that way. I don't really think of it that way. I'm just going to say 5-0. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, I won 100 matches off camera. But yeah, guys, like this team's pretty good. We were in a bit of a pickle a couple times. That one game where that person disconnected, where they had a little bit of a lead, could have went a different direction. We could have lost that game. We were in a bit of a tight spot, but we were still in it. We were not out by any means. We still had a lot of potential to win the game. We just weren't in the best of circumstances at the time. But this team is really good, actually. I definitely might revisit this team at some point. I had a lot of fun playing this team. I like Little Cup. I don't have a lot of experience in Little Cup compared to some of the other ones. But I did pretty good, actually. If you're curious to know how I even set up my team, right? Since I'm not really experienced, I don't even know what the meta is, honestly. With some resources, I looked at Smogon and their competitive, I guess they call it their competitive Pokedex, I guess. And I was looking through this Pokemon, and what I usually do is I usually immediately look for my tanks. Like, who's going to be my tank? And in the format, if you look through, in fact, I can show you on here how I did it. So I started a new team, right? And I was like, okay, I need a defensive tank. So I just clicked defense. I was like, okay, there's some defensive Pokemon. And as I was looking down, I was like, oh, I like Onyx, and I almost picked Onyx. And as I was scrolling down, I seen Ferroseed. I was like, oh, Ferroseed's really good. I'm going to use him for sure. And then when I picked Ferroseed, I was like, okay, well, Ferroseed, I'm definitely going to be doing a Steel Dragon Fairy Core. I mean, I could have done Grass, Fire, Water, but at that point I decided I want to do Steel, Dragon, and Fairy. So next I searched for fairies. So I went here, I searched for Fairy, I filtered it out, and I was looking down here, and I clicked BST, which is like best stats overall type thing. And I saw Spritzy was really strong, right? So then I go into Smogon, I type in Spritzy, I see what people use for their moves, why they use what they do. Just to do a little bit of research is what I do. And then from there, I did the same thing. So I was like, okay, I got my Steel, I got my Fairy, then obviously next is the Dragon. filter it out. And I saw Tyrunt. I was like, oh, Tyrunt's really good. I like Tyrunt a lot. Tyranitar is one of my favorite Pokemon. Love it. Sturdy is a great ability, especially in a format like this. Sturdy can be huge. You can take a free hit, which is then when I saw Sturdy actually is kind of sparked my interest in a Cubone. But I didn't pick Cubone yet. I picked Staryu first. And there I don't know, I actually was just kind of scrolling down. I was like, okay, I want a water Pokemon. I need to absorb some, maybe some water attacks, some ice attacks. So water would have been the next step. So Staryu was my choice. I knew Staryu was a good choice. I also needed a Rapid Spinner, which made it even that much better. So then that was my 4. And then I was like, I need something to absorb the electric hits. And then the Cubone. I was like, okay, so we're going to do Cubone. So what I do is I build my team one by one. I pick kind of one Pokemon or an idea and build around it. I know that's what a lot of people do. So if you're ever wondering, how do I come up with these team ideas? That's kind of how I do. Really nothing much more to it. I mean, it's pretty easy. Once you know like a lot of the typings and you can kind of think, okay, so I need something because I'm lacking in this area or I'm really weak in this area. Like my team was really weak against fire, but I had 3 Pokemon that could absorb fire hits pretty easily. Now Spritzy doesn't resist them, but its defensive stats are so high, I can take those hits pretty easily and then hit Wish, Protect, and Repeat. As you saw, a lot of those matches there is what I did. I Wish, Protect, etc. Guys, that's pretty much what I do to make teams. Like it's to me, team building's always been pretty simple. I've always been pretty good at building stuff in competitive styles. In Magic the Gathering, if you guys know what that is, it's a competitive card game. I do really well at sealed events, which is they give you like 6 booster packs and you make a deck out of those booster packs. I always do really well. I don't know why I do really well in those type of formats. I just always did. I'm really good at putting pieces together and making a pretty solid team, which is why I'm usually pretty decent at this. Now, every now and then I have a team that doesn't do so well. Like my last Showdown Sunday team didn't do so well, but Grass is really tough, I think, in Monotype to really make a really good team. I know you can, but I wanted to use Vileplume, and I told you the reasons for that. But anyways, guys, that's been Showdown Sunday this week. If you have suggestions, what you guys want to see next week, what kind of meta game you want me to see me play, do you want to see me do Little Cup again? Do you want to see me do a Monotype, any type of NU, RU, etc.? If you want me to do any of these, let me know. If you guys want to see me do just like 5 random battles, I'll do it. I don't care. Let me know what you guys want to see. But guys, until next time, if you guys do watch the wrestling videos as well, I'll be doing a pay-per-view review tonight. So if you want to see another video, that'll be coming up tonight after the pay-per-view. But until next time, guys, I am the Maverick Mark Daniels. And until next time, I bid you guys farewell. Peace and one love. So that's kind of my plan right now. We'll see what he does. See what he does here. Goes for the extreme speed, actually. And we take him out. Are you kidding me?